Thank you. Welcome back to another segment of Baking with Majik. I'm your host, Timothy Majik, and today we'll be covering peanut butter cookies, but with a little bit of some gunpowder to it, if you will. We're going to be basing it on the Croc Spellbook of Culinary Arts, but let's get started with the ingredient list. Now we're going to start, of course, with combining some dry ingredients. Now I know is butter a solid liquid? Well, it's okay. We're gonna base with the butter. This looks like a lot of butter sticks, but that's because we're making a lot of cookies. We got a lot of people. Yeah. We'll add to that 1 cup of granulated sugar. Adding to that, 1 cup of brown sugar. Ah, look at that. It's like a brick. Let's beat that up. Yeah. Adding yet another cup of peanut butter. We are going to get diabetes after we eat this. Good. You have to be careful when you work with peanut butter. It just wants to stick to everything. That's why I'm not measuring it out into a cup, into the bowl, into the knife. I'm just going to kind of eyeball this. I've made this recipe before, so I'm relatively familiar. Though it has been some time since that Warlock bake sale. You remember that one, Matt?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, we raised a lot of funds for magic item components. Alright, so I'm breaking it up, and now in the middle of this I'm going to apply the eggs. Break open the eggs. Got 2 eggs here. This will act as a bonding agent and a diplomat through the other ingredients. Sure there's no shell in that. Looks pretty good. Boom. Look at that. And now comes my favorite point, beating the crap out of it. Ah, it's so much carnage. No, why? I can't feel my legs. No! Alright, you gradually stir in 2.5 cups of flour. Alright, our final dry ingredient is 1.5 tablespoons of baking soda and 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Around. And I also like to add something else to this recipe that's not called for. It's vanilla extract, just a little bit. Alright, I said we were going off the book on this next part of the recipe. Calls for some M&Ms. Oh, that's convenient. Oh, peanut butter, perfect. And now it's time to add the M&Ms to the batter. Anyways, you can tell I am using the normal spatula, obviously, because I don't want to break the M&Ms, I just want to mix them in, incorporate them. So they're evenly dispersed throughout the batter, because we're going to be rolling these into dough balls before we put them on the baking sheet. Oh, as a side note, there is a practical use for these as well. If you know a maniacal villain that is allergic to peanut butter, or you're trying to destroy them, just say these are sugar cookies with normal M&Ms in them, and he will totally buy it if you're convincing enough, and then you've ended your maniacal villain's evil reign. So there you go, intrepid heroes. Alright, heroes, as opposed to if you were making a dough figurine or a golem or some sort of magical focus, the shape that these cookies will start in will not be how they finish. They're going to expand and spread out throughout the pan. So make sure there's enough room in between them so they can bake evenly. Now we're going to bake these for about 8 to 10 minutes until they are set, but not firm. We want them to have a little bit of give, and then they will get their final texture outside of the oven. The oven preheated for 375 degrees Fahrenheit, about 8 to 10 minutes. You still filming this? Oh my god. Why? It's numbers. No one cares about this part. Can't even... Oh god.
8 to how many?
8 to 10.
I sound like a little bit.
Now it's time for the taste test. Who wants to taste it? Oh, jeez. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, Emily Klein. She is the... Wow, she is just devouring the cookie. She is the special effects technician on all my videos. Don't tell him, but she helped me burn the Horcrux in the last video. Yeah. We're gonna have to find a new place to do that because the garage has sensors.
Yeah, it's got that alarm.
It's got that alarm. Not that I know anything about that.
How's it going?
It's going pretty well.
How's the cookie?
It's delicious.
Oh, good.
Could use some milk though.
Yes, this is the one thing about these cookies is there's so much peanut butter in these. You need to have a glass of milk.
Is there enough peanut butter, Matt?
There is enough peanut butter. This has the Matt Magic certification for enough peanut butter.
This is the man that puts peanut butter on peanut butter because it's not peanut buttery enough.
Oh, thank you.
Alright, heroes, I suppose now is a good time to cover one of our famous wizards of the week. Why should I say of the week? Because I know we're probably not going to do this every week. But anyways, this week's wizard is none other than George Washington Carver. You may know him as a famous American scientist, inventor, educator, innovator. He dealt a great deal with peanuts and is accredited with making the modern-day version of peanut butter as we know it. Though anthropologists and archaeologists have come to understand that a more basic form of peanut butter has been around since the time of the Aztec population in South America. But Carver has been known to make and produce more inventions than just peanut butter. Several things involving botany, household items, different dyes, even forms of nitroglycerin. Many inventions based around peanut oil and sweet potato, oddly enough. So yeah, there's your brain pick of the week. Go ahead and do a book report on George Washington Carver. If you're still in the grade where they do book reports and history reports. He's an excellent source and a very intelligent man, and, I might add, rocks a great mustache. Alright, heroes, that's about it. Stay strong. Enjoy the cookies.